Let's create one more tutorial in Autodesk Fusion. In this tutorial, you'll learn to use the Extrude and Chamfer. So open the Fusion and let's go. The first step to create this part, we will select the right plane and here will be the midpoint. The first thing that we'll make, we will create this line here with 56 millimeters of length and we will create this circle. This circle has 25 millimeters of diameter and the distance between the center of the circle and this line here is 25. And the center of the circle is horizontal with this point here. So let's create this. Go to create a sketch, select the right plane, select a line, click here, make a line here with 56 millimeters of length and select a circle. Make a circle here with 25 millimeters of diameter and go to constraint, select horizontal vertical, select this point and this one and go to sketch dimension. The distance here is 25 millimeters. And now we will create an arc concentric with this circle with 25 millimeters of radius and we will create these three lines here. This line here, this one, and this one. And the distance between this line here and the midpoint is 120 millimeters. And this line here has 16 millimeters of length. And the distance between this edge here and this line here is 50 millimeters, the vertical distance. So let's create this. Go to create, select the arc, center point arc, click here in this point, make an arc here, select line, make these three lines here, and go to dimension. And here, this line has 16 millimeters. The distance between this point and the midpoint here is 50 millimeters. And the distance between this line and the midpoint here is 120 millimeters. We made this one. And now we will create this line at this point here. This point is vertical with the center of the circle. And here we will create an arc with 25 millimeters of radius and create these two lines here. And the distance between this line and the midpoint is 16 millimeters. So select a line, make a line here, click here with the left button and hold this button, make an arc, make another line here and another line here. Make sure that this line is a horizontal and vertical line and go to constraint, select concentric, select this arc and this circle and go to sketch dimension. The distance here is 16 millimeters. And let me move this a little bit. And now we will create these three lines. We will make a line here because we will remove this area using chamfer, okay? But first let's create these three lines, then we'll put the dimensions. The distance between these two lines here is 16 millimeters. So go to line, click at this point. Make sure that this line is a vertical line and go to sketch dimension. The distance between these two lines here is 16. And the distance between this line and the midpoint here, let's see this. Look that here, the distance between the midpoint and this edge here is 62 millimeters. And now we need to distance between this edge here and this point here, okay? So to create this, here is the center of this part. And the distance between the center of this part and this point here is 49/2. it is 24.5 millimeters, the distance between this point and this point here, the distance here. And the distance between this point here and this point is 75 over 2. 75 over 2. It is 37.5. And 37.5 minus 24.5, it will be 13 millimeters. So the distance between this point here and this one is 13 millimeters. And we know that the angle here is 45 degrees. It means that the distance here is the same of the distance here. So the distance here is 13 millimeters. So the distance between this edge here and the midpoint will be 62 plus 13 millimeters. So go to sketch dimension, select this line here and this one. The distance here, 62 plus 13 millimeters, and press OK. We made this sketch. Finish the sketch and go to Extrude, select this profile. We needed to extrude this 75 millimeters. So the direction symmetric, measurement whole length, and the distance here 75 millimeters. Operation new body and press OK. We made this one. And now let's create the chamfer in this edge here. So go to modify, select the chamfer. The chamfer here is 13 millimeters. And here, just to check the dimension, go to measure, select this edge, 49 millimeters. And the distance here, 75 millimeters. Like the sketch, 49 and 75. And now we will create these two holes here. This hole has 12 millimeters of diameter, and the distance between the center of this hole and this edge is 16 millimeters. And here we will create a center line here. The distance between the center of this hole and the center line will be 22 millimeters. So let's create this. Go to create a sketch, select this face, and select a line, a construction geometry. Click here in the midpoint, make a construction line here, and select a circle. Make a circle here with 12 millimeters of diameter. And go to sketch dimension. The distance here, 16 millimeters. And the distance here is 22 millimeters. To create the same in the other side, go to mirror, the object, select the circle, and the mirror line, select this one and press OK. And then now finish the sketch, go to extrude, select the both circles, and the extended type, select all, flip the direction. The operation here is cut and press OK. We made this one. And now we will create this hole. The diameter here, 25 millimeters. And we don't have another reference here, so it will be made in the center of this face. So let's create this. Go to sketch, select this face here. And let me rotate this a little bit. And go to create, select the project include, select the project. Select this face here and press OK. I will hide this bar a little bit. And now select a line, a construction line. Find the center here. And find the center here. The center of this line here. We will create a circle here in the center of this line with 25 millimeters of diameter. Make sure to remove the construction geometry. And finish the sketch. Go to Extrude, select this profile, and the extended type, select it to object, select this face. The operation here is cut. and press OK. So that's it. Here we finish our exercise. So thanks for watching, subscribe my channel for more, and see you in the next videos. Bye bye.